Western Region, Bulletin number 4, Santa Fe Car Location Inventory Control. CLIC Book. Pasadena Sub from 88.5 to 139.0. Revised in September 1991. This told Santa Fe crews where to park the cars to service the customers. 1991, Pasadena Sub was alive and well. Then Metrolink happened. And then, things happen where people don't use as much freight anymore by trains. So, here we have, starting in Fontana, Burleson Perina, Fontana Team Track, a couple out of service tracks. Then we come down to the Muscat Spur, Fontana Wholesale Lumber. I think they're still there. There are a couple of lumber yards on there. And then the slag company's gone. And then here we have Fontana. Fontana has a main line going through town. That's it. No tracks. Here's the lead coming into the Fontana or the Kaiser Yard. This track here, this is the Muscat Spur. It's being totally rebuilt from nose to tail with a larger rail than the main line. Here's the Kaiser Yard, and these are the tracks coming into Kaiser Steel back when Kaiser Steel was still operational. A lot of those tracks are gone. Half the mill's gone. They replaced it with California Steel Industries is on the south part of the plant. North side of the plant became a speedway. And then, of course, Speedway is going away, so they can build warehouses. Here's the Fontana Yard. Not the Fontana Yard, the Kaiser Yard in Fontana. Still called Kaiser. And here's the track layout. So this is Kaiser Yard here. Tracks came down, serviced that part of the plant where they accepted coal cars and iron ore. That part of the yard is gone, as long as most of this is gone. There's still a lead coming down, but this lead doesn't show like this anymore, but it comes into the property a different route. This here continues to here. This is the incoming yard. San Bernardino Avenue would be parallel down here, and some of these tracks that have dots on them would be customer for them to use themselves, or for the then Southern Pacific and now Union Pacific to service customers. Next up is Etiwanda. 1991, busy place. Today, not so busy. Here's a map for Etiwanda. A lot of stuff on the north side or the top of the tracks is gone today. The 1544 spur is still there. It serves a former winery that now makes vinegar. And there's always boxcars parked in that spur. Tracks to the south, a different mix. A lot of warehouses going in, tracks being removed. Next we have Rochester and Cucamonga. Here's the businesses listed. And then we have a newer map. Schwinn was up here at the top of this spur. They're gone. These tracks going up here, they're now out of service. Metrolink comes through here, and BNSF local comes through here today. That's it for business. Continuing west, we come to Upland and Claremont. Upland side and Claremont runaround, both are gone. This shows SP. This was the Southern Pacific Baldwin Park branch, came off here and then went to San Bernardino, came along here, then dropped down into Pomona, going all the way to El Monte. I did a video on the Baldwin Park branch So if you're interested in that branch, go to my Spins collection. That's Southern Pacific version of the Santa Fe CLIC Book. Pomona siding. Warehouse Specialties, they're still in business. Metro Water's still in business. Everything else is gone. But in 1991, still there. Here's Fulton Avenue. That spur's gone. This is Metropolitan Water here. These are all gone. These guys get a lot of boxcar traffic right there in Pomona. Next we're coming into Glendora, Azusa, and Irwindale. Miller Brewery would now be Pabst Blue Ribbon. Same difference. They're starting to get business again. The Pasadena Gold Line is built along this right-of-way. So here we are in 1991. More tracks. Here's a map. Here's St. Gabriel River. There's no rail traffic freight-wise going west. Everything along here is now the Pasadena Gold Line. I worked on it back in 1991 when it was called the Pasadena Blue Line. And then for whatever reason they changed it to a Gold Line and went ahead and built it without me because I left the firm. Arcadia Lumber, this track here, 1667, back in 1991. It's down here. Would always have one or two private cars on it. I don't know if the lumber yard owned them or if someone just used them for an inexpensive place to park and store the cars. It shows where it leaves Arcadia, goes down the middle of 210 freeway. Now you have the Metro going down the 210 freeway. Chapman siding. Chapman siding went down off the 210 onto city streets on the old Santa Fe right-of-way. That's gone now, it's just an empty tunnel. I think I pointed the wrong spot. I don't see it. Allen Avenue, Madre, right about here is where the tracks went down. There's Chapman, so it doesn't show, but there was a tunnel coming off the freeway down below. Then we have businesses. The tracks to Pasadena Department of Power are still in their lot, but there's no connection because it's all light rail now. I have a football game going on behind me. I have a water polo game going on in front of me at a high school in La Puente, or no, Hacienda Heights. So there's all kinds of weird sounds coming in behind me. And that's the end of it.